Good morning, dweebs. Just sitting here. I just ate breakfast, got up, cleaned up. Been cleaning the house and whatnot. And, with prepping for the surgery and my recovery moving forward, I'm sitting here beating my head up with, what's next for me work-wise. Getting back to the money, really. I've had this remote job for over 2 years now here in California, remote sales job for events and whatnot. It's been nice. It's been steady money for over 2 years. I've been doing my Retro King thing, obviously, here or there when I can. I'm sitting here looking over these California real estate books. I'd learned something to move forward, with this life that God blessed me with a second chance at. So I'm trying to figure it out. I've been talking to a couple guys from the old work I used to do with, catastrophes, floodings, electrical, dry outs, things like that. If you're in that realm, you know what I'm talking about. But just trying to figure it out. Trying to figure out what's next for myself. But in the meantime, I have a remote job like I mentioned, and that's been nice. Been doing my Retro Kings thing. But honestly, the point of this video is to give a shout out to the housewives, the homemakers, the single parents, mothers and fathers included. Shout out to all the single dads out there. I'm not one, but shout out to you guys because of what I'm about to say. I mean, I have so much respect for you guys, single moms especially. In this it's hard enough world for everybody right now, but especially single women with a kiddo. Come on, man. Hats off to y'all. It's a beautiful thing. But yeah, I've been cleaning up the house, a lot the last 4 or 5 months since I've been able to get back on my feet from liver transplant, and it's obviously not what I want to be doing. But it's quite a bit of fucking work. It really is. I mean, especially if you have kiddos. Right now, I don't have my son in the house like I'd like to, obviously. He's with his moms and his stepdad and his grandparents and all of his family back home in KC. So it's where he should be. Now that I'm healthy, though, that's going to change a little bit. You feel me? As it should. But yeah, just a shout out to all the single people out there doing it, making it work for themselves. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to those that respect their partners that take care of them. My lady, for real, she's taking care of me the last 3 years, low key. I'm going to get emotional thinking about it, but I'm blessed to have her. Without her, I'd be dead, 100%. And it's not for the lack of me trying. I mean, I've had this job for almost 3 years now. So 2.5 years I've had this remote salesman job. Money every month, you know what I mean? Retro Kings has done pretty righteously by me as well. But it's nowhere near what I need to be bringing in. And I know that, and she knows that, and God knows that. And that's why he's giving me a second chance to bounce back for her, for my son, and for myself. And at the end of the day, for everybody else out there watching this, supporting me especially, I truly can't thank you enough. It's what keeps me going, my lady, my son, and the support. It really does. That's no bullshit. And I don't give a fuck about anybody trying to make fun of me or clown me. I don't care about your opinions. I know what's good and what matters in this world. And hate ain't it. Love is, you know what I'm saying? So much love to those that support. Shout out again to the single moms, the single pops, the homemakers, the housewives. I mean, it's not easy if you got the kiddos and you're trying to keep the house clean and the dishes done and the floors swept and mopped, and the dogs, if you got dogs, say I got a dog out here and he's a little handful sometimes, you feel me? So I just want to give a shout out to everybody. I just had a little moment, man. I just want to get on here and talk about it. What you're going to see from me moving forward is better content. Similar to this, but better. More chopped up, more engaging, more fun. But I don't want you to lose sight of the severity of what I've been through, what I'm going through, what I'll continue to have to fight through. and that if you can relate at all, holler at me if you need someone to talk to. Just know that someone out there cares about you. I care about you. You know, I'm in the situation from overly drinking. I'm going to throw in a little bit of that COVID vaccine and booster having some effects on my health like it did many others. Luckily, I didn't die from it like a lot of people did from that COVID vaccine. Because when I go from fatty liver and my hair falling out to in a year having full-blown cirrhosis, some ain't right there. Yes, I was drinking. Don't get me wrong. I take 100% full responsibility. It was the drinking. But, yeah. If you don't think anyone cares or no one loves you, they do. I promise you. I mean, my lady was on the verge of leaving me when I moved out here to California. We weren't in a good place. And I loved her too much. And I said, hell no, we're going to make this work. 6 months later, I was in the ER. And for whatever reason, she stuck by my side. I even encouraged her to find a man when I was at my worst. I gave her permission to fulfill her needs. I wasn't able to fulfill her needs mentally, physically, sexually. We didn't have sex for 2 years. Now, whether she took me up on that offer to go take care of herself or not, she says she didn't, but who's going to admit that now that I'm better? You know what I'm saying? Because No, she came out and told me she did when I was on my deathbed. I wouldn't be mad at her. I truly wouldn't. I'd be mad that she lied about it, but I wouldn't be mad about the situation because I gave her permission and I meant it. I really did. Yeah, just had a moment. Want to talk to y'all, let y'all into my head, get to know me a little bit better. But there's going to be a lot more of this moving forward. So, yeah, if you can relate with your boy, if you want to support your boy, hit that follow button, hit that like button. Tell a friend that might be having an issue with drinking, tap in with me. You know what I'm saying? If anyone's depressed, I don't care what the depression's from. It could be alcohol, it could be drugs, it could be a breakup, it could be someone's pops or moms just passed away. I don't care. If someone needs someone to talk to and they don't feel like there's anyone there to listen, I'm here to listen to you. Holler at me. For real. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. Because if I would have had someone to really listen to me, my struggles, my depression, it might have really helped me in my scenario. But I had nobody. I had nobody to talk to. I mean, I just opened up to one of my best friends in the last 6 months. You know, a couple times when I was so beyond frustrated and literally on what I felt was my last string of life. You know, I let loose a little bit then, but I don't know, just rambling, getting stuff off my head, to be honest, right now. But the intention of this was to show some appreciation to those folks that, you know what I'm saying, are doing it on their own. Single moms, single dads, you know, and even shout out to those homemakers, the housewives, and yeah, and to my lady. And to God, I'm a liver, baby. Hashtag I am a liver. Hit that like button or you'll never see my face again. All right, y'all.